Hey everyone, Difference Maker here, and today I will be going over my thoughts and opinions on Nemesis, his power, and his perks. And well, I'm gonna say it again, I was right. I cannot believe I predicted this from the beginning. But come on, it was so obvious gonna be Nemesis. I knew it from the start we would get Nemesis. And I didn't predict the power right, but it is cool how we did get to see his power to be like this. But it's crazy how in my last video, in the prediction, I said it'd be Raccoon City Police Department, it'd be Nemesis, and it'd be Jill, and I got all of it right. But the one thing that didn't age well was me saying the devs would learn their lesson about balancing the RPD, because, well, we can't even play it because it's disabled. We can't even play on the damn map. But today, I'll be going over my thoughts on the Nemesis. So first of all, let's talk about his power. So Nemesis's power is called T-Virus, which is based off the Tyrant virus from the original Resident Evil games. So what Tyrant virus does is you press LT or the left trigger to pull out a tentacle, which is Nemesis's range attack. And how it works is if you hit someone with your tentacle, you will infect them with the T-Virus and they'll be sick, kind of like the plague. But what happens is if you hit them with the tentacle, it will not hurt them, but infect them. This might not seem good, but it becomes important later on. So what will happen is if they're infected, they will be prone to your attacks. So if they're infected, you can hit them with your tentacle again, and they will get hurt. You can injure them. And if you hit more people with your tentacle, you build up your T-Virus power, and it will do more things. For example, at tier 1, your tentacle is only like 6 meters, and you get hit over pallets. You know, you can hit over pallets and windows with the tentacle. But once you get to tier 2, then it becomes strong. At tier 2, you can break pallets, and it will do increased range. You'll have an increased range a little, but you can break pallets, and you recover faster. And at tier 3, it's very strong. You break pallets faster, the cooldown for exiting your tentacle state is faster, and it increases your range, which is very good. Oh, and did I forgot to mention? Zombies. Yes, this is the very first killer to introduce AI characters. People have been suggesting AI characters, specifically for the twins, but they never did it. But I was shocked when they introduced the AI characters for the first time. So zombies, basically what they'll do is 2 zombies will spawn and they'll walk around the map doing nothing, but if they touch someone, they'll get infected. They'll infect survivors with the T-Virus, which will make them vulnerable to your attacks, which is cool. But the thing I hate about them, they spawn in at random, which means is that if you run into these zombies, they could either fuck your game over or help you. Because some of this gameplay, I was chasing someone, and a zombie actually kind of helped me down a survivor. Like, I was using one of my perks, and a zombie actually got in the way and helped me down someone. So these zombies can either help you or fuck you over. And they're actually very random, these zombies, but overall, I really love them because it fits Nemesis's character, because he's not just a one killer. In Resident Evil, you have to fight zombies throughout the game and Nemesis, so I really like this. I really love what they did with the zombies. I think they're very good. So overall, what do I think of the power? I think his power is very good, actually. I hate to say it, people are underrating Nemesis a lot. People are saying he's the worst killer. He is not. He is very, very fucking good, to be honest. Well, he's not top tier. He's nowhere near as good as Oni, Blight, Spirit, or the Nurse, but he's not that bad as everyone is making him out to be. He's a very good killer. He's like mid-tier. If I had to rank him, I'd put him in B tier or lower A, just lower A tier, because he's not that bad, but he's actually very good once you know how to use him. So overall, I'm happy with the power, but at first, I was kind of disappointed, because in my video that I made predicting, I wanted him to have his rocket launcher or his minigun, and I was kind of upset it was only just a tentacle and not his other weapons, and it was just a reskin of the Plague and Pyramid Head. But after playing him, it's the same thing, but I do love how the zombies add some uniqueness to him. It would have been nice just to see him have his rocket launcher, but Overall, I'm happy with Nemesis. Nemesis is my favorite killer since the Blight. And that's saying something, how we finally got a killer that's good for once. Twins were buggy as hell, did not work. Trickster was shit. He is not very good, and we finally get a killer that's actually great, that's actually fun to use. So overall, those are my thoughts on Nemesis and the power. Let's talk about the perks. So Nemesis's first perk is called Lethal Pursuer, and what this perk does is at the start of the game, you will see all survivors' auras for 7, 8, 9 seconds, and that's all the perk does. Now, at first, this perk might not seem good at first because it only activates one time. See, at the beginning of the match, once the 9 seconds are up, then that's it, the perk is done, it's disabled. People kind of underrate this perk, but now people are starting to realize it's actually a very good perk on every high mobility killer and every killer that has to get started in a match. It's a very good perk, specifically on Oni and Michael Myers, because their biggest weaknesses is the beginning of the game. But with this perk fixes that problem by showing you where the first survivors are to get your first hit, which is amazing because you need to know where to go to get your first hit, because this is incredible for your early game. And this perk is honestly amazing. It's very underrated, and I think this is a very good perk. So anyway, Lethal Pursuer, great perk. The next perk is called Hysteria, and what that perk does is, this perk is kind of complicated the way it is. So how it works is, whenever you injure a healthy survivor with any attack, all injured survivors will suffer from Oblivious. And that's pretty much all it does, and then it will suffer a cooldown, which, honestly, this is Nemesis' weakest perk. This perk is honestly not that good, to be honest, because, like, it's not bad, but just, I'd rather run something else. This just has too many requirements. First, you gotta injure people, then you hit someone healthy, and then they all get Oblivious, which, it's not bad, but you don't even know if it's working or not. So Hysteria, it's not good, but not bad either. Nemesis' final perk is called Eruption. Now, Eruption is very good. This is his best perk, to be honest. What Eruption does is, when you kick a generator, it will be highlighted in yellow, and you can kick up to multiple generators. But what happens is, if you put someone into the dying state, by any means, by any attack, all generators you kicked will all explode and regress by 6%. And if anyone's working on the gen, they will get incapacitated for 16 seconds, which means they can't repair, they'll get Oblivious, and they can't leave, which is great. That's a good thing. But the perk does have a cooldown, but it's only 30 seconds for a very good effect. Honestly, this is Nemesis's best perk out of his 3. This perk is awesome because not only does it promote you to kick all the gens, but if someone works on it, you can explode the gen right in their face. Explode it right in their face, and then they're incapacitated. This is a great effect. Kick all the gens on the map, or get a 3 gen, down someone, and then all the gens explode. This is a great perk. It's fun to use, and honestly, I think it might be a meta perk. We don't know, but it's very fun. It's one of my favorite perks to use now. So overall, that's my opinion on Lethal Pursuer. And overall, Nemesis's perks are actually not that bad, actually. His perks are not bad. His strongest perk has to be Eruption because of all the gen pressure, and honestly, his weakest perk is Hysteria. Hysteria is his weakest perk, and Lethal Pursuer is, it's good, but if it did more at the beginning, then it'd be even better. So overall, his perks are not bad, actually. They're very good. None of his perks really need any changes, just some minor, but he's very good. And that wraps up my video on Nemesis. Overall, I think he's a very good killer. He's mid-tier, but I did get some news recently that, you know, if you hit someone with the tentacle, they do get a speed boost from Otz's video. So Nemesis isn't perfect. See, I think he does need to get a couple changes, like making it so that if you infect someone, they do not get a speed boost, and increases mutation with the add-ons in his base kit. But overall, I think Nemesis is a perfect killer. I think He is actually the most balanced we've ever seen so far. Well, kinda, but overall, he's a great killer. I love his power, I love his perks, I love his design, so Nemesis is actually good. Now, even though he's a bit buggy right now, that will get fixed later. So, overall, very good killer. I really like him. Let's hope they keep it up from here. Let's hope we get another good killer like Nemesis that, after they fix all these bugs, let's hope that the killer doesn't get this buggy again. So, that was my video about Nemesis. I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe. Press the silver bell for notifications on my next video. And next video, I'll be talking about Leon S. Kennedy and Jill Valentine's perks. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.